Welcome to the Perspectives of the Bible. Today, we invite you on a transformative journey to explore a compelling theme, embracing silence. How Jesus listened before he spoke. If you enjoy this content, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future discussions that delve into the deep and thought-provoking aspects of the Scriptures. In today's world, a whirlwind of constant notifications, loud conversations, and busy schedule excellence is an increasingly rare gem, often overlooked and undervalued. Yet, the Scriptures illuminate a vital principle that transcends time: the profound importance of silence in nurturing our spiritual lives, particularly as exemplified by Jesus Christ. Matthew 14:23 states, "After he had dismissed them, he went up on a mountainside by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone." This passage conveys a moment of solitude that goes beyond mere privacy. It reflects a deliberate act of listening to God, to himself, and ultimately to others. For Jesus, silence was not just an absence of sound. It served as a foundation for meaningful communication and deep relationships with both his Father and humanity. To fully grasp this concept, we need to distinguish between the act of hearing and that of listening. Hearing is a passive reception of sound, while listening necessitates active engagement, thoughtful reflection, and emotional involvement. Jesus perfectly exemplified this practice throughout his ministry. Unlike many of us who often react impulsively due to the distractions around us, Jesus took the time to truly listen to those who crossed his path. This investment in understanding others allowed him to connect on a deeper, more spiritual level. In a culture that increasingly thrives on noise of social media, podcasts, and incessant conversations, what if we, like Jesus, made a deliberate choice to embrace silence? Could it lead us to insights and connections that transform our lives and the lives of others? A prime example of Jesus' listening approach is found in John 4, during his encounter at the well with a Samaritan woman. Rather than chastising her for her tumultuous past, he engaged her in a meaningful dialogue, treating her complexities with compassion and understanding. Jesus took the time to listen actively, learning about her story and her struggles, which ultimately paved the way for her spiritual awakening. This interaction illustrates that effective ministry and support sprout from attentive listening, a poignant reminder that our spiritual practices are not solely about vocal expressions. The quiet energy of receptivity is equally crucial not only to God, but also toward one another. Research supports this ancient wisdom. Studies increasingly highlight the significance of silence as a remedy for stress and a booster for mental clarity. Allocating moments for silent reflection does not just alleviate anxiety, it enhances cognitive functioning and positively influences our overall mental health. When we silence the incessant chatter from our daily responsibilities, we create a fertile environment for divine truths to settle within us, empowering our interactions with the love and patience exemplified by Christ. To truly integrate this wisdom into your life, consider carving out dedicated moments for silence and reflection each day. It doesn't have to be a monumental time commitment. Even just 5 minutes can usher in profound transformations. Use these moments to focus on your breathing, meditate on scriptures that align with your life journey, or practice simply being present with God. By prioritizing these sacred pauses, you not only nurture your faith but become more intentional in your interactions. Ultimately, our ability to communicate authentically is as much about how we listen as it is about what we say. As we plunge deeper into the transformative power of silence and listening, let's explore how these practices can transcend our individual journeys and significantly enrich the communities we inhabit. Are you ready to discover the life-altering lessons that emerge from embracing silence in your spiritual life? Continuing our exploration of silence, it's essential to recognize the intentionality behind Jesus' retreats into solitude. In Luke 5:16, the scriptures tell us, "But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed." His frequent retreats from the noise of society reveal a purposeful effort to engage in communion with the Father. In these quiet moments, Jesus attuned his heart to divine guidance, collecting strength and wisdom for the important ministry ahead. Given the chaos of modern life, how can we emulate Jesus in establishing intentional silences? Responsibilities continually vie for our attention, making it challenging to carve out moments of solitude. Yet this practice can illuminate paths for our spiritual growth. Identify a specific time daily, perhaps during the refreshing stillness of dawn or the tranquil moments before bed, to retreat into a sanctuary of peace and reflection. During this precious time, whether you engage in quiet prayer, meditation, or permit your thoughts to settle like gentle falling leaves, you will cultivate a deeper awareness of God's whispers throughout your life. Reflecting on the wisdom in James 1:19, which instructs us to be quick to listen, slow to speak, we see a model beautifully illustrated by Jesus. Before offering his teachings, he fully engaged with those seeking guidance, proving that true understanding emerges from genuine attentiveness rather than hasty replies. A notable moment that encapsulates this principle occurs in John 8, where the Pharisees confront Jesus about a woman caught in adultery. Faced with tension and accusations, Jesus stoops down to write on the ground, creating a sacred silence that invites reflection among the onlookers. This moment of hush allows everyone present to confront their inner thoughts before he extends compassion and profound truth not only to the woman but to her accusers as well. This powerful episode teaches us that silence is not mere emptiness. It is an invitation for deeper connections, broader understanding, and revelations among individuals. Practicing active listening is essential for fostering environments of mutual understanding and patience. Active listening requires us to fully engage with someone's words without the distraction of preparing our responses in advance. When we prioritize this attentive listening, our interactions become avenues for empathy, enabling the Holy Spirit to guide our dialogues. As we become attuned to the needs surrounding us, every conversation transforms into an opportunity for richer connections and a broader understanding of our collective journeys in faith. Moreover, incorporating silence into our daily routines can yield significant spiritual rewards. Psalm 46:10 states, "Be still and know that I am God." This pivotal reminder encourages us to find stillness, connect with God's transcendence, and reshape our hearts to receive His guiding peace and wisdom. Embrace any discomfort that may accompany your search for stillness within our fast-paced world. Often, it is in these seemingly awkward pauses that God unveils the most profound insights. I challenge you to integrate intentional moments of silence into your daily life for the coming week. You may find that it is in these quiet times that clarity arises, purpose is recalibrated, and God's presence becomes undeniably vivid and potent in your life. Have you ever considered the immense potential a simple moment of silence could hold in transforming your day? As we delve deeper into the importance of embracing silence, it's compelling to explore how these principles shape our daily interactions and relationships. Silence often played a vital role in Jesus' life, especially during instances of trial and tribulation. Take, for example, his trial before Pontius Pilate. Confronted with baseless accusations, his choice to remain silent was a deliberate strategy, a moment where truth could unfold naturally without interruption. This choice exemplifies how silence can serve as a pathway to clarity not just for ourselves, but also for those around us. Reflecting on our own interactions during emotionally charged conversations or conflicts, how can we infuse the practice of silence into these moments? By consciously selecting silence, we foster a deeper understanding, allowing compassion to guide our responses instead of defensiveness. Practicing this contemplative approach not only promotes constructive dialogue, but also embodies the reflective nature of Christ's teachings, often leading to reconciliation and healing within relationships and communities. Another crucial aspect of this discipline is highlighted in Luke 5:16, where Jesus consistently sought solitude for prayer. The spiritual renewal he attained through these moments of seclusion not only nourished his spirit, but offered a living example for his followers. By incorporating intentional silences into our busy schedules, we enhance our spiritual focus and draw ourselves closer to God's calling in our lives. For those wondering how to practically embed silence into their routines, consider starting small. Dedicate just 5 minutes each morning to embrace stillness. During this sacred time, invite the Holy Spirit to illuminate your thoughts and guide your intentions, similar to the gentle light of dawn breaking over the horizon. You might also explore integrating moments of shared silence within your faith community. Offering reflective pauses during group worship or prayer can deepen bonds and fortify fellowship grounded in understanding and empathy. As we cultivate our listening abilities, we gain invaluable insights that positively enhance our relationships. Following the wisdom from James 1:19, where prioritizing listening elevates our interactions, we can better attune ourselves to the needs and burdens of others. Each moment we consciously listen before speaking is a beautiful opportunity to embody love and deepen our discipleship, creating an atmosphere where meaningful connections can truly flourish. In conclusion, embracing silence as integral to our lives is a transformative practice that echoes Jesus' teachings. By fostering the patience to listen before we respond, both in our conversations with one another and in communion with God, we open the door to greater fulfillment rooted in compassion and understanding. This discipline nurtures not only our spiritual growth, but also strengthens our communities, illuminating the inherent beauty of our collective spiritual journeys. As we conclude today's discussion, take the time to reflect. How can you better integrate these principles of silence and listening into your everyday life? Consider envisioning the profound effects these practices might have in unveiling Christ's presence amidst the often chaotic rhythm of our world.